So here's something I came up with so I can better explain how the mask works. Notice I have two layers, a black layer and a white layer. The black layer is on top with a mask that's white, so you're seeing that black layer. Now if you turn it off, you'll see what's under that is a white layer, and it's marked everything under mask. Now this is the mask, and you can paint on the mask. If it's white, you can paint with black. So what we can do is paint on it or invert it. You can either paint on it all white or all black. So we invert it. See, now it's hiding that black layer, so you're seeing everything underneath. And if we go back and invert it again, you'll see that layer because the mask is white, allowing it to show. Another thing we can do is paint on it. So if we paint on that mask with black, like so, you'll see that what's underneath that layer is showing through. So that's pretty much how it works. If it's a black mask, everything below it shows. If it's a white mask, everything on that layer shows instead. So, and you can have selections and stuff. So here's what it looks like, and without the mask, with the mask. You can shift click the mask to turn it off to see what it looks like. I'm just going to paint this back in. You can also do selections. So let's say you wanted just a part of it. You can use any selection tool you want. I'm just doing a quick selection here. Now when you paint, you'll be painting inside that selection. So when I paint, it's painting inside of it. So you see what's happening on the mask. So you can use a selection to mask stuff out more precisely without having to worry about your brushing. Right now the edge is not that sharp because it has a feather on it, and you can just see when you paint back in, it doesn't want to go outside the edges. So I'm gonna paint over it as much as I can. I could just deselect it, but I want to have that selected. So when you invert it, then when you paint, you're painting outside the selection. And you notice the marching ants are around the thing, so you paint, you're only affecting outside of the selection. So if you don't want to paint something, you would select it and then select inverse and then paint everywhere else, and you won't affect it. Again, I still have that edge that seeps into the selection, but that's because it's feathered. So what I'm going to do is go in here. You see the edges, it looks not so good, but if you don't want that, you go up here and you change the feather from, it was at 10, so I change it to 0. So now when I make a selection and I paint on it, you'll see that it doesn't go outside of that selection at all, and the edges are pretty sharp like that. It just depends on what you're doing. And if you select inverse, then you can paint outside of it and not inside. But since it's already black, it looks like it's being painted. So if you switch over to white or black and paint on it, you'll see that that's where I'm painting. So it's pretty much how it works, like a real quick thing. So that's it for now. Let me know if this works for you.